For this project about oil pastel, so make sure you buy the correct oil pastel. It say Pentel 50, so you have a lot of colors. Pentel is not expensive oil pastel. The quality is good enough to do this project. It's about $10. So you can go to the store to buy it, or you can order online. I see Dick Blick has it, Amazon.com has it too, or you bought it already. So this is oil pastel. And you need the drawing paper. Make sure it says drawing for the drawing paper. For this project, you do a figure drawing, a human, a portrait. Portrait means just the face. Figure means you can use the whole body. Either way is fine. So your drawing will be on the drawing paper. And the drawing paper is 18 by 24. Make sure you have the 3-inch margin around, and then you tap it. So when you tap it down, you see the tap it? Because the oil pastel is very dirty. If you don't tap your paper when you draw it, it will dirty the edge. You cannot erase it. When it stays, because oil and pigment, when it stays somewhere, it stays in that area, you cannot erase it out. So make sure you tap the whole margin. For your drawing, you can do a rectangle format. You can do a square format, as long as it's about 3 inch, 3 inch, 3 inch, so it's a 12 by 18, or you can do about 13 by 13 square or 14 by 14 square. It's up to you. Or a circle or irregular shape, it's up to you. It's very open that way. You have to think about your composition. You have to think about what you want to do. So first of all, get a piece of scratch paper. You write down, what do you want to do? The whole body, you call it figure. Only the top part, you call it portrait, so you know what to do. So you need to go take photo. Take a lot of photos, see which one's better for you to shade. When you take photo, remember you need to have highlight and shadow. So do not do like right now. I have light everywhere. It's hard to see highlight and shadow. But when you take photo, make sure you have light source come from one side, so you have highlight and shadow. Then you take at least 5 photos, pick the one that you can use. And then the next step is you draw onto your paper. That's your drawing paper. With the regular pencil, HB pencil, very lightly you sketch on it, you draw it out. Then you stop. You go to the third step, you go to a piece of scratch paper. Then you have to think, what is the color theme for your drawing? It can be a bluish drawing, a yellowish drawing, or the blackish drawing. You pick one color as the theme, but you have to use up all these colors. But the theme means that will be the colors everywhere, sometimes more, sometimes less, to bond all these colors together. Okay. So after you pick the theme, you do some exercise. So here's the exercise you have to do on the sketch paper. So it's not a real paper. When you finish this one, you throw this away. When you do this one, you need to have a lot of paper towel. I mean a lot. Put right here. Take one piece out. Pick a color. You do some practice right now. So I think about a reddish painting. So this might be my main colors, but I'm to use up everything. But this will be the main one. So when you use this, the colors, you have to warm up the color. Mean you have to clean it up, and you rotate it to warm it up. So when you're done, you can use it. Do not hold the oil pastel too far away. You have to hold it all the way to the tip. So here's an image that you choose. Then when you start shading, use a short stroke, you shade it. You layer many layers. So in this area, until you see no more white, no more empty space. And then after that, you say, I want to make the highlight. This is a light source coming in. So in this side, the red will be lighter. So I'm to add some, any color that lighter than this one. And add this one. Clean it up. Warm it up at the same time. So when you use it, you can use in different direction. You blend it. This time, the second color, you can press it harder until you see no more white dot of the paper. So you're blending the colors. Now go to the shadow side. This is my main colors. Go to the shadow side. I add anything darker than my main colors. One more time. Clean it up. Warm it up. Rotate it. Go to the shadow side. Add it as the base. After that, you can add more than one colors. I'm adding something else right next to it. So this color will be lighter than the purple. I just did it. But they stay on the shadow side. And they're not important. So I make it very soft. Hold it very close. Make it very soft. And now I go back to this color. One more time, warm it up. The paper is dead. We are alive. Move the paper around until we can shake. Because our hand is good in circular motion this way. So it's hard to shake it this way. So you move the paper around. One hand hold this one hand use this one. Clean it up and warm it up at the same time. So clean up all the time. Go back to it. Now you shake on it. So the color is still in the red orange. But underneath the red orange, the color become darker. Once in a while, you have to clean it again. Because the extra crumb will stay onto the oil pastel. You have to clean up and then you do it. Short line. The second color you put on top will be the solid color. So when you finish, this will be the main colors. On the light side, you add something lighter than any shade you add to it. Because when the light hit it, I add some warm color, make it lighter. Go to the shadow side, I add some cooler color. Underneath, I put this color on top. So in these colors, we see this color everywhere, but we still see many color inside. So I did an example. And you have to do this one too at home. Before you go to the big paper, you have to do one example. Not human, pick an apple. At home, I pick a banana, I pick a pear, only need one. Pick one, take a picture with highlight and shadow. And then when you shade, you tell yourself, if you shade the banana so well with highlight and shadow, the banana doesn't have to be yellow. So I shade the apple with highlight and shadow, and I don't even need to use the red color of the apple, but it still look like the apple because of the highlight and shadow. And then the next step, remember when you do cast shadow, whatever the table color you choose, you blend it, you finish it, you add a cast shadow to it. Remember the cast shadow is not black. It's just one tone darker than the table. Then it's enough to show people cast shadow. So cast shadow, when it's closer, it's stronger. When they go outside the shape, it will be fade away. That's how we do cast shadow. So I go back. You do the thing about your drawing. You take a lot of photo, pick one good one, draw it out onto the real paper. Make decision either do a rectangle drawing or square drawing or a circle drawing. The side I'm kind of open. You choose the side as long as it fits into your paper well. After you sketch it, you stop. You go to an extra piece of paper, a different piece of paper. You do a practice. So in your practice, take an apple, take a pear, take something, take a picture. Then you use it as a practice. But do not use the real colors. You use your own color, we call subjective color, the color from your imagination. So you use it as long as you keep the highlight and shadow. Once you know how to do this, you're done. You put this one away. Then you go back to your real drawing. So by this time, you know how to use the oil pastel. Then when you start doing this one, you go to your focal point first, I mean the human first. You choose any color you want. But on your paper, on the outside paper, mark down where's your light source based on your photo. So if your light source come from here, put an arrow, tell yourself, this is a light source. So every time you do it, you go back in here. You go to the human first. Wherever you put the human, one more time paper, and this, you start coloring, shading, highlight and shadow, highlight and shadow. You mix all this color in here. On the light side of the face, you mix all the light shade before you put the color you want. On the dark side, the cast shadow side, you make all the dark shade and then put the color you want. You shade on it. Then you finish the focal point. Then you go to the background. So when you do a background, you can pick anything, but make sure whatever the background you choose, ask yourself, is it going to be lighter than the focal point? Is it going to be darker than the focal point? So the next object you draw, that color have more of the background color. If you have the background lighter, the next object you draw will have lighter shade compared to the focal point. If your background is very dark, your next object, when you finish the focal point, your next object will be in a darker shade like the background. So that way, the whole drawing will fade to the background easier that way. So this is just a basic example that you have to do. I will send you some example through the email and the blackboard so you can see more. So I hope you can do this project. If you have any more questions, you ask me.